Okay, we have a live look for you right here. This is the road leading into Springdale, actually right into Zion National Park.
Utah attracts about 5 million visitors annually from across the globe thanks to this park, but in its earliest data of days of visitors in 1919, it just had over 1,800 people. Our Samantha Hoffman shares the journey of how Zion National Park became a renowned destination.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Balance of Nature.
Zion National Park is nearly 10 times its original size as a monument. It's taken passionate visitors and major infrastructure feats to make it what it is today. When you're at Zion National Park, you'll meet visitors from all around the world.
We are from South Korea.
We're from Georgia.
I'm from the Philippines.
We are from France.
But the towering rocks began as a quiet local beauty. In 1909, it became the KUTV National Monument, with 1,500 acres set aside for historic and scientific preservation.
It was suggested by a local, actually, who was doing some survey for the federal government, Leo Snow. The document came to President Taft's desk, and in the same day he signed that as a national monument. 10
years later, the KUTV expanded its boundaries and became Utah's first national park, changing its name to Zion, meaning a place of sanctuary.
Then we were seeing a lot more appropriations from Congress coming into these areas to help support a lot of the infrastructure.
The park took shape with its first 16 miles of trails, including the West Rim, Angel's Landing, the Narrows, and the Emerald Pools.
A lot of those retaining walls, so the stacks of sandstone with mortar or without mortar in between, were developed in those 1920s.
It also gained its first place to stay in the form of Wiley Camp, a collection of cabins, a dining room, and an assembly hall where the modern Zion Lodge sits.
Even before Wiley Camp, there's accounts of them staying essentially with locals, putting them up for the night.
There was still the issue of getting visitors to the park and its offerings, with the railroad only going to Lund, Utah.
With the railroad being so far away, it would be a 3-day ride across really bumpy roads to get into these areas.
But by 1923, the Utah Parks Company pushed the railroad to Cedar City, and visitors took the first shuttle buses to the park. As more iconic parks began to rise in the Southwest, like Bryce Canyon and the Grand Canyon, there was one last vision from the Union Pacific, turning the region to a connected loop of parks.
The idea came about, like, what if we blasted through the canyon walls to create this tunnel and punch through a road out to Mount Carmel, the town, to create the Zion-Mount Carmel Highway. A lot of people thought it was kind of a very outstanding idea, and the Park Service knew it would cost a lot of money, but they went ahead and did it.
After 2.5 years of construction in 1930, an over mile-long tunnel and the Zion-Mount Carmel Highway switchbacks opened, creating the iconic drive so many visitors come to enjoy. Today, it is clear how many visitor experiences are thanks to these innovations spanning over a century.
Fantastic drive. We have a great experience to my family.
It's one of the most epic drives I've ever been on. The landscape and the trails, and I think Angel's Landing is a big part of that too.
I consider that Zion National Park is one of the best rock formation I've ever seen in my life.
The park reached 5 million annual visitors in 2021. It's still growing today, adding more trails and a new visitor center on the east side, expected to open next year, and continuing to evolve our relationship with the land. For Amazing America, Samantha Hoffman, KUTV News.
Amazing America 250 is sponsored by Balance of Nature, the phytonutrition company.